Let's do this, Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
This would be great.
This is a great answer to this question or attack here.
DNC, call this man. Call this man. Have him introduce have him introduce Tim Walz at the DNC. It could be a funny way to like clap back at the Hulk Hogan lineup from the RNC.
In the pro wrestling business, this is what you would call generating heat.
Yes.
And no other way of generating heat would be more pronounced than Jesse Ventura responding to Hulk Hogan.
Let's go.
By introducing
Union
Tim Walz.
busting.
Who needs all these old presidents that still are alive for some reason because no one's died since LBJ on the Dem side? Let's get Ventura up there.
I would like to see it.
Governor Ventura, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm really eager to hear your take on this because you are a former Navy SEAL. You served in Vietnam. And I have to ask you what you think of this attack from the Trump van's ticket on Governor Walz's military service.
Well, Laura, I'll tell you what I think. I think it's shameful. I think it's shameful that a veteran would attack another veteran. Governor Walz served honorably for 24 years in the National Guard. After 20 years, you are eligible to retire at any time you deem necessary. They talk about him missing his deployment. Well, maybe Mr. Vance should ask the real question. What is the National Guard doing deploying to a foreign country in a foreign war? Well, let's go into history and figure out how that happened. That happened because George W. Bush and Dick Cheney went into the Iraq War based on lies, no weapons of mass destruction, no ties to Al-Qaeda, nothing with 9/11, and they ran out of bodies. They needed more bodies. They couldn't implement a draft. That would be political suicide. So what George Bush did was sign an executive order sending the National Guard into foreign deployment. The National Guard is not for foreign deployment. Their name says what they do. They guard our nation from within.
Love it.
Nice.
I mean, that, and I think I would be surprised if Ventura. I think he's a little bit playing the outside game.
He did endorse Walz, though.
He does. He'll stick up for Walz. But that is a great answer that you can get when you're really willing to go at the Iraq War too, and not just the don't be mean about a veteran. Like you can't just do the don't be mean about a veteran thing. You have to do both.
Trump ran in 2016 by criticizing Jeb Bush on the Iraq War and the Bush administration. J.D. Vance, I think, wrote about the Iraq War in a critical way as well, because now that it's all been settled and the war is widely unpopular at the end of the day and people realize it was illegal and under false pretenses, then the Republicans say, oh, we're against it, of course, we're anti-war, we'll jump onto this.
It's a big fat mistake, he said.
Yes, but the entire infrastructure of the Republican Party at the time was behind it, and it would
wants
be
to do it in Iran right now.
I would love if they made that instead of people valorizing George W. Bush because he passed Michelle Obama a piece of candy. I would love for there to actually be some, reminders for people about what the Republican Party stands for, and Ventura could tie that in. Ventura could tie that into the Vance endorsement in a way that I think would make Republicans uncomfortable.
High Five Pizza says, by the way, on Al Sharpton's MSNBC show, Ventura said Al should not hold his breath regarding him appearing at the DNC.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
I mean, the Democrats are the Democrats still.
He doesn't want to, I know, but they would still be fun.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.